holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. On play action, Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
To Dotson.
Oh, an absolutely filthy jump. He's got some space now. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll drop to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. His throw incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run for the 1st time here with Brian Robinson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Here now, 2nd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first and 10 is Counter.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. On first down, Fields.
Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Michael Dana.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Off play action, Fields. But for left side, taken in by Kmet.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Fields going to change things up here.
They'll try and run for it with Counter. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
They're going to run. Here's Counter. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
46 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check match, check match.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go. I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So first, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try and sneak it here.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go now. Hey, smash Bronco.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Drop 60, drop 60.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set them up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Connor up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Shifts by him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Commanders are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 79 yards.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We
enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 151 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw here. And it is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So a victory here for the Commanders. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of